like Stephen Ugarkovic and Clayton Lewis. The bench has announced that he'll be leaving Wellington Phoenix at the end of the season. O'Neill with Boss. Naboo. Little 1-2, beautifully done. Naboo still for McLaren. Lovely quick feed, McLaren! The drought is over. The goals are flowing again. And Jamie McLaren, with his 19th of the season, gives Melbourne City the lead just over 10 minutes before half-time.
And here we see on the Harvey Norman replay, fantastic footwork, great combination play to set up the opportunity. But then Jamie McLaren, still with plenty to do, finds his half a yard and then nestles it in the bottom corner of Ollie Sale's net. That is not a player out of any form whatsoever. No surprise, the drought ends on a wet and soggy afternoon at Amy Park for Jamie McLaren.
Now Wellington to play out from the back, and they've managed to find somehow another one of those little pockets where Jan Sass is free to release Zavada. He looks up, crosses. Sass again brings it down. Now Ugarkovic deflected! And just 3.5 minutes after the restart, it's a first Wellington Phoenix goal for Stephen Ugarkovic, the man rumoured to be on his way to City next season. And for the moment, he's drawn the two sides level.
Well, what a fantastic reaction from Wellington Phoenix early in this second half. Stephen Ugarkovic gets all the plaudits. It was his strike that deflected into the back of the Melbourne City net on the Harvey Norman replay. See Zavada break into that wide area, delivering it into an area. The touch from Sass was lucky, but the finish from Ugarkovic was emphatic. You can put that down to some really good build-up from Wellington from a goal kick. You can also put it down to poor defence from Melbourne City. They didn't set up well. 3 passes, I think it was, into the path of Zavada. That is something Rado Vidosic will look back on the video and not be happy with at all.
Areas of the pitch in between the lines, but look out, because City are still here as well. Naboo. Tilio in the middle, McLaren back post. Oh, he's made it all the way through to McLaren! Well, what a match we have on our hands here, because no sooner have Wellington thrust than the riposte from Melbourne City, and Jamie McLaren has found his scoring boots once again.
And how the ball has found Jamie McLaren will be the centre of a massive inquisition by this Wellington defence. As we see Melbourne City break forward, Tilio involved, Ballon Barisha on the Harvey Norman replay plays in Andrew Naboo, who then, a little bit of trickery, but then just fires the ball into what looked like a harmless area. And it just completely eludes all of those Wellington defenders. As we see Barisha here, intelligent pass into the path of Naboo, and he does the rest. It didn't look like there was much on, and there eludes 3-4 Wellington defenders, and Jamie McLaren is not going to make any mistake from that distance.
Gone again. We'll have a look at that in a moment, but there were some lovely touches in there as well. Because here's O'Neill for Naboo. It's wave after wave of City Blue attack at the moment. Naboo all the way across, Tilio. Barisha's looking there, Tilio! Oh, they're turning on the style now. Tilio getting in on the act. And no sooner had Wellington Phoenix said, you've got a game on your hands, than Melbourne City have said, think again.
Well, we're going to see a finish here from Marco Tilio with 0 backlift and maximum impact. Absolutely wonderful finish as Melbourne City on the Harvey Norman replay break down the left this time with Andrew Naboo. And I thought here he might have just used the overlapping runner, but he picks out Tilio with a brilliant pass, and Tilio just sees that far corner and he thinks, that is all mine, baby. I'm going to nestle it in that bottom corner. The boot's starting to cause all sorts of problems running at this Wellington defence. Look at that from Tilio, no backlift.
Ooh, Laws is going to find himself in trouble here. It's red. If he's caught him in the face, he can't have too many complaints. He was just beaten by the bounce as it skimmed off the surface. Raphael back out. Galloway's touch for O'Neill. Berenguer still. Geordie Boss across the face of goal. And Marco Tilio at the double. And it's turning into a rout. Melbourne City 4. Wellington Phoenix 1.
Well, once they couldn't defend the build-up to that goal, there was absolutely no defending that cross from Geordie Boss. That is wonderful slit delivery into that back post area, leaving Marco Tilio with absolutely no excuse but to put it in the back of the net, which he did so emphatically. On the Harvey Norman replay, we see the combinations on the edge of the box that Melbourne City have been producing all afternoon. Berenguer plays it into the path of Boss, who then delivers a delightful ball into that back post area for Marco Tilio. And that is now that.